Chapter 4 Uga, the four Igbo world ages in Igbo Cosmology. In Igbo Cosmology, Uga refers to the world ages and stages of consciousness humanity has evolved through. There are four of them prescribed in Igbo Cosmology. Each of them offer insights into human consciousness and its evolution. The four ages, Uga Aka, Uga Chi, Uga Anwu, Uga Azi, each have distinct characteristics and durations. They reflect the multidimensional nature of Igbo reality. Understanding these ages can help us gain insight into the different planes of existence, reincarnation, and the progression of spiritual consciousness in Igbo reality and Odinani. The multidimensional reality of Igbo cosmology. In Igbo cosmology, reality is viewed as multidimensional, where various ages and planes of consciousness coexist. In Igbo culture, the language used to address children, which refers to their generational groups such as Uga Aka or Umuoma and Uga Azi, reflect the full spectrum and timeline of the specific ages humanity has lived through. There is no greater history map than the language of a people itself. The naming tradition in Igbo culture till date underscores the belief that human consciousness has evolved and continues to evolve through different cycles. And by understanding these cycles, we can better align with the desired consciousness for ourselves and our descendants. Uga Aka, the first age of consciousness. Uga Aka, also known as Uga Okpu or Uga Mbu, is the first and most profound age of consciousness in Igbo cosmology, a time that predates the material existence of humans as we know them today. It is a period marked by non-duality, pure consciousness, and the omniscience of human beings. Uga Aka is the age of Omma, a state of pure wisdom and spiritual mastery. Uga Aka is often described as an age of non-duality, unlike our current reality where duality, good and evil, light and dark, male and female, defines much of our experience. Uga Aka was a time when these dichotomies did not exist. It was an age where beings were not bound by the physical and material limitations that characterize human existence today. Instead, they existed in a state of pure consciousness. In this age, there was no separation between the self and the universe, between thoughts and action, or between the spiritual and the material. Everything was interconnected, and beings operated from a place of total unity with the universal laws. Uga Aka is recognized as the age of Omma, a term that signifies the highest level of divine wisdom, highest consciousness, insight, and understanding. Beings in this era possessed complete knowledge of the cosmos and the laws that govern it. This wisdom was not acquired through learning or experience, but was inherent in their very nature. They had an intrinsic understanding of the forces that shape the universe, and with this knowledge came the ability to master their environment and themselves fully. In Uga Aka, beings existed as pure energies, unencumbered by physical bodies. They were pure energies, inhabiting the astral plane known as Ijite. This state of existence allowed them to achieve a level of omniscience, total knowledge and understanding of all things. The limitations of time, space, and matter that we experience in our current reality did not constrain them. As pure spirits, they had the ability to access any knowledge, manifest any reality, and transcend any limitation. Uga Aka represents a time when human beings had achieved full mastery of their potential. They were not only aware of their divine nature, but were also able to express it fully. This mastery extended to all aspects of existence: mental, spiritual, and even what we might now consider physical. The beings of Uga Aka were creators in the truest sense, able to mold reality to their will, guided by their innate wisdom and pure consciousness. Uga Aka is considered the first age of consciousness, and as such, it predates the physical existence of humans in our material form. It is seen as a prelude to the subsequent ages, particularly Uga Chi, the age that follows, where beings began to take on physical bodies and duality started to emerge. In this context, Uga Aka is a foundational state of existence that sets the stage for everything that followed. In Igbo Cosmology, understanding the different ages of consciousness is very important for comprehending the human journey and the evolution of the universe. Uga Aka, as the first age, holds particular significance because it represents the origin of human consciousness in its purest form. It is a reminder of the potential that exists within every human being. The potential for divine wisdom, pure consciousness, and complete mastery over one's existence. Moreover, Uga Aka serves as a spiritual archetype for those on a path of enlightenment. It represents the goal of spiritual practices aimed at returning to a state of pure consciousness, where the limitations of the physical world are transcended and the wisdom of the universe is fully realized. It is the age that inspires the quest for immortality, not just in a physical sense, but in terms of eternal presence of the soul in its most enlightened form. Uga Aka is the ideal state of being that all spiritual seekers aspire to. It reminds us that at the core of our existence, there is a state of pure consciousness, immense wisdom, and limitless potential. As we navigate through the physical world and challenges it presents, the memory of Uga Aka serves as a beacon, guiding us back to our true nature and the ultimate realization of our divine essence. Uga Chi, the second age of consciousness. One of the most significant ages in Igbo cosmological framework is Uga Chi, the second age of consciousness. Uga Chi is a pivotal era in Igbo cosmology, as it represents a dramatic shift in consciousness and the nature of existence. While the preceding age, Uga Aka, was marked by non-duality, divine wisdom, and the omniscience of beings existing in pure spiritual form, Uga Chi introduces the concept of duality and the beginning of physical existence. This age is characterized by transformation from pure energy into physical matter, marking the dawn of human embodiment and the physical world as we know it. Uga Chi is the age where consciousness of duality emerges. In contrast to the pure non-dual existence of the previous age, beings in Uga Chi became aware of dichotomy between opposites, good and evil, light and dark, life and death. This awareness introduces complexity into one's unified consciousness, paving the way for the rich unfolding of human experience that includes both harmony and conflict. During Uga Chi, there is a great influx of self-realized spirits, beings who are aware of their divine nature and their connection to the cosmic order. These spirits, embodying a high level of spiritual maturity, play an important role in guiding the evolution of humanity. They are the bearers of soul power, capable of influencing the physical world through their mastery of spiritual laws and their deep understanding of the cosmos. Uga Chi is also an age of ingenious cultural creations. Humans, newly embodied in physical form, consciously engage in the development of culture, technology, and social structures that reflect their innate wisdom and connection to nature. This era is marked by the harmonious coexistence of humans and the natural world, where every innovation is aimed at enhancing this symbiotic relationship. Additionally, telepathy is a common mode of communication, allowing for a deeper and more direct connection between beings. One of the most outstanding changes in Uga Chi is the introduction of death. Unlike the immortality enjoyed during Uga Aka, beings in Uga Chi experience the end of their physical existence. This marks a significant shift in the human experience, as the concept of mortality begins to influence the way beings interact with the world and each other. Death, however, is not seen as a final end but as a transition, a necessary part of the cycle of life that leads to further evolution into subsequent ages. The consciousness during Uga Chi is one of self-realization and self-actualization. Beings in this age are deeply aware of their divine origins and their purpose in the physical world. There is an innate understanding and interconnectedness of all life and the cosmic laws that govern existence. This consciousness drives the innovation and cultural development that characterize the age as humans seek to manifest their spiritual insights into the material world. Despite the introduction of duality and mortality, Uga Chi is still a period of harmony and purity. The beings of this age are highly attuned to the rhythms of nature and the cosmos, and their actions are guided by a deep sense of purpose and responsibility. The challenges introduced by duality and death are met by wisdom and resilience, as humans continue to evolve in their understanding of themselves and their place in the universe. As Uga Chi progresses, the consciousness of beings continue to evolve, setting the stage for the next age, Uga Anwu. This forthcoming age will bring further changes in consciousness and the nature of existence as humanity continues its journey through the cosmic cycles of time. In conclusion, Uga Chi is a crucial period in Igbo cosmology, as it represents the transition from pure spiritual existence to physical embodiment, an emergence of duality and mortality. It is an age of cultural innovation, self-realization, and the beginning of the complex interplay between spirit and matter that defines human existence. Understanding Uga Chi provides valuable insights into the nature of consciousness and the cosmic journey of human soul in Igbo reality. Uga Anwu, the third age of consciousness. Uga Anwu is the third age of consciousness in Igbo cosmology, a time of immense transformation, enlightenment, and the emergence of visionary minds. This age, commonly referred to as the Age of Enlightenment, is characterized by incarnations of cosmic-minded visionaries, known as Anwu, and is marked by significant spiritual, intellectual, and technological advancements. Uga Anwu is distinguished by the presence of Anwu, beings who possess what is described as solar intuition, an extraordinary versatility of mind, and deep original thinking. These folks are the torchbearers of this age, guiding humanity with their mystical insights and cosmic understanding. The term Anwu translates to children of the sun, symbolizing their connection to the source of light, knowledge, and spiritual illumination. They are seen as visionaries who not only possess prophetic gifts, but also demonstrate an advanced understanding of energy and its interplay with consciousness throughout nature. This age is marked by a unique shift in consciousness, where human beings began to explore their individual and collective potentials more intimately. It is a time when the understanding of duality became more pronounced and the interplay between light and darkness, good and evil, and other binary forces became central to human experience. The visionaries of this age, with their solar intuition, lead the way in navigating these dualities, offering guidance and insight into the mysteries of existence. The Uga Anwu age is also noted for its technological feats, as humanity's understanding of energy and its manipulation reaches unprecedented levels. This period sees the development of advanced technologies, not just in the material sense, but also in the spiritual practices and metaphysical understanding. The innovations of this age are driven by deep spiritual awakening, where humans seek to harmonize their material existence with their spiritual aspirations. This era also witnessed the emergence of practices that emphasize the importance of energy conservation, environmental stewardship, and ecological consciousness. As people become more aware of the connection between all life forms, there is a collective shift towards lifestyles and philosophies that encourage sustainability and respect for the natural world. The urge to check harmful tendencies became a global obsession as humanity grappled with the consequences of its actions and sought to realign with the natural order. Uga Anwu is also regarded as the age of the mind, where those who possess the divine mind of light, known as Anwu, emerge as leaders and visionaries. The divine mind of light refers to a state of consciousness that transcends ordinary understanding, allowing each person to access higher realms of knowledge and spiritual insight. These leaders play a crucial role in guiding humanity through the challenges of this age, helping to elevate collective consciousness and promote spiritual growth. In this age, lifespans began to shorten, a reflection of the increased focus on the temporal and the material. However, this was balanced by a deepening of spiritual awareness and advanced understanding of the forces that govern existence. The duality that characterized this age is not seen as a source of conflict. It is seen instead as an opportunity for growth and evolution. For many spirits, the desire to be reincarnated into the Uga Anwu age is intense. This period is seen as a time of immense opportunity, where the potential for spiritual growth and enlightenment is at its peak. The challenges and complexities of this age are viewed as catalysts for transformation, offering souls the chance to refine their understanding and ascend to higher levels of consciousness. Uga Anwu represents a critical juncture in the cosmic cycle, where humanity is called to rise to its highest potential. It is a time of both great challenges and great rewards, where the pursuit of wisdom, enlightenment, and harmony with nature is paramount. Those who possess the divine mind of light are destined to lead the way, to guide humanity towards a brighter and more enlightened future. As the third age of consciousness in Igbo cosmology, Uga Anwu leaves an indelible mark on the journey of human evolution. It is an age of enlightenment, where the boundaries of knowledge and understanding are expanded, and the mysteries of existence are explored with renewed vigor. The visionaries of this age, with their solar intuition and ancient wisdom, continue to inspire and guide humanity through its ultimate destiny, a harmonious existence where spirit and matter are perfectly balanced. The legacy of Uga Anwu is one of hope, inspiration, and the relentless pursuit of truth. It reminds us that even in the face of duality and impermanence, there is always the potential for growth, transformation, and the realization of our highest spiritual aspirations. The next and last stage of consciousness after Uga Anwu is Uga Azi. Uga Azi, the fourth age of consciousness. The last of the four ages in Igbo cosmology is known as Uga Azi, mostly referred to as the age of wickedness. This age represents the lowest point of human consciousness, a period of spiritual descent where ignorance, greed, and moral decay dominate the world. Uga Azi is a time of severe spiritual and moral decline, where the world is metaphorically and literally upside down. In contrast to the earlier ages that embraced enlightenment, harmony, and higher states of consciousness, Uga Azi stands as a stark contrast. It is marked by degradation of values, a loss of sacred wisdom, and rampant pursuit of materialism and destruction. This age is defined by a widespread sense of hopelessness and negativity. The spiritual awareness that once guided human behavior is replaced by a shallow understanding of life. People become disconnected from their higher selves and the wisdom of the ages, leading to reckless and destructive behavior. One of the central aspects of Uga Azi is the complete disregard for the natural order. In this age, the environment and the sacred balance between humans and nature are violated through greed, exploitation, and mindless consumption. Sacred lands once revered are desecrated, and the harmony between the material and the spiritual realm is disrupted. Uga Azi is referred to as the age of unimaginable greed. Materialism and the desire for personal gain drives human actions, leading to wars, conquests, and the exploitation of resources. Instead of striving for collective growth and enlightenment, people in this age are focused on accumulating wealth and power at the expense of others. The pursuit of deeper spiritual truth is abandoned in favor of superficial pleasures. Vanity and self-interest reign as people become obsessed with appearances, status, and fleeting material gains. This focus on the external and the trivial leads to a society devoid of meaning and substance. In this age, spiritual awareness reaches its lowest points. Sacred knowledge, once cherished and preserved, is now disregarded or forgotten entirely. Rituals and practices that once connected people to the divine are either ignored or treated as meaningless traditions. This descent into spiritual ignorance manifests in rampant rise of crime, evil, and chaos as moral and ethical structures break down. Uga Azi is characterized by the rise of evil, both in human actions and in the broader environment. The ignorance and selfishness that pervade this age give way to crime, violence, and societal decay. Pestilence and natural disasters are believed to be consequences of this moral and spiritual collapse. A key concept in understanding Uga Azi is that of Okeke, which describes the consciousness of ignorance and vanity that dominates this age. Okeke represents the individual and collective disregard for wisdom and sacred knowledge. It is the shallow and superficial mindset that thrives in Uga Azi, where people prioritize material wealth and personal gain over the spiritual growth and enlightenment. The ignorance of Okeke clouds the mind, making it difficult for people to connect with their higher selves or seek deeper truths. As a result, the society in Uga Azi is spiritually blind, consumed by vanity and driven by short-term desires that lead to long-term destruction. In Uga Azi, the world is said to be literally upside down. This metaphor points to the complete inversion of values and spiritual principles. What was once revered and respected is now ignored or treated with contempt. Acts of wickedness and destructions are normalized, while goodness, compassion, and wisdom are marginalized. This inversion of values extends to all aspects of life, from relationships to governance to how people interact with the environment. The balance that once existed between humans and the spiritual realm is shattered, and chaos ensues as a result. Although Ugazi is an age of darkness, it is also seen as a necessary part of the cyclical nature of existence. Just as day follows night, the descent into ignorance and destruction is seen as a prelude to eventual renewal and rebirth. The spiritual challenge of Ugazi is to recognize the darkness and seek to overcome it through self awareness, personal growth, and a return to sacred wisdom. The souls that reincarnate during this age are believed to be tasked with great spiritual trials. Those who possess the capacity to transcend the ignorance of the age are seen as light bearers, individuals who can help guide others out of the darkness. These souls are drawn to lifestyles and philosophies that encourage ecological consciousness, spiritual awakening, and the restoration of balance. The age of Ugazi, though bleak, is not the end of the cosmic cycle in Igbo cosmology. It is the prelude to the new beginning, a period of renewal that follows the decay. As the world reaches the height of its destruction, seeds of wisdom, compassion, and spiritual growth are sown, preparing the way for a future age of enlightenment. In Igbo cosmology, the journey through Ugazi is both a test and an opportunity. It challenges humanity to confront its darkest aspects and to seek out the light within, being open to the lessons of this age and working towards a return to sacred principles can help humanity ultimately transcend the chaos and restore harmony to the world. Ugazi represents the lowest points in the cycle of consciousness in Igbo cosmology, a time of darkness, ignorance, and destruction. Yet, even in the age of wickedness, there is an opportunity for growth and transformation. The descent into Ugazi challenges humanity to confront its shadow side and to work towards a brighter future by reconnecting with the wisdom of the past and embracing a higher level of consciousness. The lessons of Ugazi serve as a reminder that even in times of great darkness, there is always the potential for renewal and rebirth. Recognizing the pitfalls of this age and striving to rise above them can enable each person to play a role in restoring balance and harmony to the world. Reincarnation and planes of consciousness. It is very important to keep in mind that these four ages are not just timelines of existence in Igbo spirituality, they are the realms of consciousness. This point might seem controversial for some, but because these four ages are equally four realms of consciousness, they represent realms of reincarnation, which souls re-enter the world, Igbo reality, from. Each age of consciousness is ruled, better to say, preserved, by the foundational spirits that guide Igbo reality. That is, Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo. For example, Odinani practitioners call on Ndimbu, the first ones, or Ndi Chi, ascended ancestors, in Igbo prayers, backed by the belief that these beings are still very much alive and active in their realms of existence, or consciousness. It is also believed that these ascended ancestors can exercise their pure choice and decide to reincarnate into families or communities to aid in the liberation of souls. This belief is an indication that they exist in a realm of consciousness that is still very active, possibly Uga Aka or Uga Chi in spirit. In the same way, lower spirits or energies are also believed to exist and are still active in certain realms of consciousness, e.g., Uga Anwu or Uga Azi. The four ages, Uga Aka, Uga Chi, Uga Anwu, Uga Azi, are not linear in nature, but exist simultaneously in a multidimensional framework. Just as past, present, and future coexist, so too do these ages, allowing for a complex and layered metaphysical justification of human existence. Beings or spirits can reincarnate from any of these planes of consciousness, each vibrating at different frequencies. Each age of consciousness is still very much alive and active in spirit, more, indicating the different states of consciousness our spirits can inhabit. Current age, Uga Anwu or Uga Azi. There is a debate among Igbo scholars about which age we currently inhabit. Some believe we are in Uga Anwu, the age of enlightenment, while others argue that we are in Uga Azi, the age of wickedness. Both perspectives have valid reasons, reflecting the complexities of human experience and consciousness. My position, however, is that it is also possible that we are simultaneously experiencing aspects of multiple ages depending on our level of consciousness. One person may be vibrating at Uga Chi level of consciousness, while another may be equally vibrating at Uga Anwu level of consciousness. We understand from ancestral wisdom that all souls do not occupy the same level of consciousness. Just as in Igbo reality, there are those referred to as Omalo, enlightened ones. There are also those referred to as Ofeke, ignorant or consciously childlike ones. These realities in Igbo language are indicators that everyone could be living under the same time frame, but it does not necessarily mean everyone is operating from the same level of consciousness. The four world ages in Igbo cosmology, Uga Aka, Uga Chi, Uga Anwu, and Uga Azi, provide a rich framework for understanding the evolution of human consciousness and spiritual existence. Studying these cycles and their characteristics can help us better align with our higher selves and navigate the complexities of life in our world, whether we find ourselves in the age of enlightenment or the age of wickedness, or perhaps both. The wisdom of our ancestors can offer us guidance and insight for our spiritual journeys.